Hi everyone, it's Mary McIntyre. In this video I'm going to make it's a quick and simple project to make some Halloween themed earrings. So I bought 4 Halloween molds last year. One of them is pumpkins, but I want to make these, I'm doing a project with white resin. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to make these as well. In the past when I've made these, I've either just used glittery resin, like with glitter added, or I've just used plain white, but I want to add some mica powder into this. In a recent video I made some celestial things, and I really love the shimmer that you get with the white mica powder that I have. So I'm going to put that in the molds first and then pour white resin into the back. So I'm going to be using JDiction epoxy resin for this and a bit of Vista white pigment, the liquid pigment, which is a dream to work with. So I'm just going to take my brush, and this is silver white mica that I got as part of a set of many different colours of mica powder. So I'm just going to brush that into the bottom of each of these, which will be the top when you demold. And that will give the white resin that little bit of a shimmer, which I think is really beautiful. It just adds another dimension. Makes them look a bit glitzier than just plain white resin. The plain white stuff I think can look a bit, not childish exactly, but it's a particular vibe that's different. It kind of feels like 1980s jewellery, like cheap plastic jewellery almost. I mean, they look great, don't get me wrong, but it's a different vibe, and I'm hoping that this will just elevate the design a little bit. Okay, I think I've got good coverage there, so I am going to put my respirator and my apron and goggles on, do some mixing up of the resin, and then I'll be back to pour it.
I was carefully pouring the resin into the moulds. They really don't take much resin at all. Now my resin was quite gloopy, and that made it really difficult to get the resin to go down in all the little bits of the spider web. So you'll see me in a second get a pin, and I was just, without scratching the mold, just carefully encouraging the resin to flow into all the bits of the web. And I ended up having to get my stick and kind of scrape it over the top as well to just push it down. I think this particular mold would benefit from using polyurethane resin, the really fast curing, very fluid stuff, or put the resin in using a kind of blunt needle so you could really focus where it flows into. The result was fine, it's just a bit of a mess to use this mold. Every time I use it I have the same problem. So once I'd put some excess stuff on, I just scraped it over with my stick into the skull mold and then filled those up as well. Now I was using a pin to just try to get rid of air bubbles, and I was being super careful not to scratch the silicone mold underneath. I wasn't going all the way to the bottom, I was just literally using my pin to help the resin flow, and if there was too much, just use my stick and scrape it into the adjoining one. Once they were full, I left them to cure for a day and a half.
It's been just about a day and a half since I poured these, so I'm gonna demold them. Now I remember last time that I made these, the spider webs were a nightmare, really difficult to demold, so I'm going to do that first. The spaces in the mold are so tiny, and doing this without overspill is just an impossibility, so it always requires a bit of trimming. So I'm going to get a little corner out, hold it down, and then slowly peel away while supporting it. It's not fully hard at this stage. It's cured but not full strength, so if you bend it funny you could end up snapping it. The pieces on this are so small. Okay, not as much overspill as I thought, but I'm just going to get rid of that little bit. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, that was less painful than I thought with regards to trimming. The mould itself is completely covered in overspill, but down in there it's not too bad. So let's go for the skulls next. I like the white mica, it's just kind of giving it a slightly different feel than doing it in plain white. Little ghosties. Oh, they're so adorable. They're so adorable. I love them. So there's one tiny air bubble there on the edge, which is annoying. I kept coming back in and checking for air bubbles and couldn't see any. So yeah, they're simple but really sweet. So I think I'm going to turn these into earrings. So I'll have my earring posts ready, and I got a robust jump ring. Some of the jump rings I've got are not the strongest, but these are very light, so okay, I need an extra ring, I forgot about that. The earring hook, basically if you put it in like that, the earrings are going to sit sideways rather than facing forward, so I'm going to put a small jump ring in there to turn it through 90 degrees. That's better. Sparkliest ghost that you'll ever see. I think these are so adorable. They're just really cute, and I'm so glad that I put the silver mica on these, the white silver, because it just gives them a slightly different dimension than just plain shiny white does. It's so adorable. Love the spider webs. You could of course embellish these. You could put gemstones, you can put temporary tattoos over the top, you can put nail foils over them. I quite like them as they are, and these are the super glittery ones that I made a while ago, made into a mismatched pair of earrings. I think they're adorable, so hope you enjoyed seeing me make these. Thanks for watching guys, bye for now.